Hey there, it's Jordan from jphoto.com, Photo School Free, the YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about white balance. White balance is basically the temperature of the light that you're shooting in. If you're using flash, if you're using the sun, if you're using light bulbs, the temperature of that light is the white balance. It's measured in Kelvin. Daylight is usually about 5400 Kelvin. Regular light bulbs would be about 3300, so that gives you an idea. So yeah, so I shot some samples to show you how white balance can affect color and tone and stuff like that, so check them out. My brother's truck got caught on fire, so I think we'll look at that. As you can see, it's blue, everything's blue, and that's because the white balance is too low. The temperature setting is too low. Outside, I like to usually shoot around 5400 Kelvin, around the area, plus or minus depending. And this is shot at the lowest of 2500 that the camera would go. Yeah, that's why it's way blue, because it's way too cold. You can just think of it like that. It's cold. So that's the low white balance temperature. Here is the high white balance temperature, and if you notice the black, it looks sort of brownish. The truck is supposed to be black, it looks sort of brownish, and that's because the temperature is too high. And the grass even looks kind of yellow, and yeah, that's because the temperature is too high. Now here we have the normal exposure. See how the blacks are black and the greens are green and all the colors are correct? It looks the way it's supposed to. Yeah, that's basically what it is outside, because outside with the sun it's going to be about 5400, which is pretty hot as far as the light source is concerned. So if we go inside, we can see the difference. For instance, inside, the light balance is set too low on this at 2500, but since we're inside, it doesn't look as blue as as the truck did, because like I said, we're inside, and the inside light is cooler than the sun, so cooling the plant down, the white balance on the picture, cooling it down doesn't have as great as effect as it would outside, with the temperatures inside with the light already being sort of cool. So this is with it way up, and if you notice, this one is really type of orange, and just looks really really bad colors and everything, and that's with the temperature all the way up. This one is with the temperatures where they're supposed to be, around 3400. I believe I set this at 3400 Kelvin, and set it manually, and yeah, so that's what white balance does to your colors in your pictures. You can get white balance charts, and that also helps you figure out white balance in a room. As you go in a room, you pull out the chart and photograph that, and then you check the colors and make sure all the colors are where they're supposed to be and everything. But I never really like to use that. I usually just figure it out in my head. It's pretty easy to figure out. Like I said, you go outside, usually around like 5400, like with the sun out and everything. You go inside and the lights and everything, it's going to be from like, I'd say like 3100 to 3800, depending on what type of lights they are. It usually rarely gets above 3800 inside, and that's just the way I do it. You can find white balance in your camera. If you go through your modes and everything, you have your auto white balance, your manual white balance, your auto white balance, all this other stuff, different type of lights you might be in, and yeah, usually a lot of people like to use their white balance automatically, but I use mine manually because I just like the colors that I get when I use it manually, and I don't have to do a lot of retouching in the end. So yeah, that's white balance. Hope you learned something today. Subscribe, comment the videos. Stay tuned. Peace out.